Hey, yeah, fresh out the, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need tease, cash app, been more PayPal. Turned up, Cinemax, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole tape, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And a good start on the ground. He gets 8 on the game's opener. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll have the first down. He'll get him up around the 37.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
In the pistol, here's Lawrence. Little short pass here. Caught by... Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And this is taken in by the defense. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
Now Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And this play's going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll give it to Harris again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on third down, that number just goes up.
Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line. They'll come up now for second down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
He's got it! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 74 yards. Touchdown, Seattle.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7.
At the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run once more with McCaffrey. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter. On
play action, Allen. And this will be incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. Now it's going to be third down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by... Smooth.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. That's to the right side, and caught by Bowers.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He's inside the 30. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
That's caught left side by Bowers. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker. Up the middle they go. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. They'll go big, 3 tight ends in the formation for 1st and goal. They'll try to sneak it here, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Trevor Lawrence, touchdown Seattle. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And this will wind up a Niners first down. The tackle's made at about the 38-yard line.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Here we go on 4th down with Allen. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Lawrence. That is brought in at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Now Lawrence gets his guys set for this 2-point attempt. He'll look to throw. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. it's McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it with Harris. And he's not going to get the first down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
They'll indeed go for it with Allen. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got it at the 7. And he's in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Seattle. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Now he'll air one out. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over just shy of midfield.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
Unloads downfield, looking for Nacua. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They go play action now. Here's Allen. Again, working deep downfield. Wow, out of bounds. Inside the 10. It's first and goal. So, a big one there to start the drive. 67 yards. What an important sequence this is. Trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. From the 2 now, here's second and goal. Again, it'll be McCaffrey. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. He'll try to run with Harris. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force fourth down.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill, but this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Hardy's kick is good. And the 49ers are on the board just before halftime.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
A return now from the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
25, 49ers 3.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. First and 10. To throw is Allen. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Seahawks. Second half, and the defense continues to be item one in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick six here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
And now you get the pick six, and right on the heels of that, the offense comes out to go for two. Now a give up the middle, and they continue to pour it on into the end zone, tack on 2 more points.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Allen will throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
On 3rd down, the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Any lingering chance of a comeback just continues to slip away with each wasted drive. They just can't get anything going, and at some point, I think they might start pulling their starters here because a couple more hits on their quarterback, this could get even worse.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Play action now. It's Lawrence. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Seattle. That his second touchdown of the game. He's got 20 on the year. The extra point is good. And the Seahawks will add one more onto their big lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On play action, it's Vick. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
He gets free, and he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the 49ers cut into the lead a little bit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third down and 9. To throw is Lawrence. That's caught by Bowers. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Lawrence. Oh, he tried to keep the play alive, but it is intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over here at their own 22.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. To the air. It's Vick. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Throwing is Vick. He's going to look for the home run ball. That's caught. And he will take this one in. 83 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
Right here, one time.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Show them what we're made of, D.
Second and a yard. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain. The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He fumbled the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
And they will not let up. He is into the end zone for 2 more.
49ers 17. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Throwing now, Vick. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson. He's got it. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 77 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point to go for 2. To the end zone, it's intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds and is short of the goal line. And the try for 2 does not work. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. His drive will start on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside for Lawrence. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
Throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
And he's in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seattle. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point is up and through. And the Seahawks add on to their already sizable lead.
Michael
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. To throw, here's Vic. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Edmonds. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On first down, Lawrence. Now he carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. Up the middle they go. The Seahawks are going to have a first and goal. It's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. Here's a run. He's slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, second down and goal. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's another shot from the 6 at second and goal. They'll go with him again. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Now, Vic. Going up top. That is hard. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Vic going to look to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Here's Vic. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now give on the ground. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's a run going left. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Lawrence throwing on 4th down. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 2. To throw is Vick. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. Big connection there. They get all the way near midfield on that one.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
They'll look to throw. A ball deep for the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
He's going to look downfield once again. And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Great timing, D. Great timing.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin with a throw by Vick. He's going to try it here again. That is brought in. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Looking to double up here, score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. Their perfect season continues here into the month of December. They continue to be the #1 team in all of football. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle, when I do a little dance to the turns they light. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Say, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said.